Yeah! I need to check microphone volume. How about that? That's probably fine. It looks like it might be clipping a little bit, but yeah, it's okay. It's actually kind of a weird time to stream. You can see my system down here at the bottom. 7:13. So that probably means no one's gonna join. So yeah, no one's gonna join this stream, but I wanted to stream anyways because I just kind of wanted to continue some of the work from last time that I was doing. So like if we bring up here, what? Oh, but yeah. Last time we had worked on this. What? Right, so that's what we had worked on last time. And, so yeah, I wanted to continue working on that. Since no one's here right now, I'm just gonna... Excuse me, real fast. Check my phone. No one's here, so... Professional. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so, like, I like this beat a lot. It's pretty cool. It's got some nice vibes to it, you know? And, so I kind of wanted to keep going with it. The thing is, I don't really know what to do with it. So right now, just before I went live... Actually, just before I went live, I was eating dinner. But before I ate dinner, I was just playing around with it some more. I found some, like, another complementary melody that can be layered on top. Like, we already have, here. Right? And then I layered on top this one. Right? So, yeah, so it's like stacking complementary layers on each other. I don't know what the musical term is for that, but that's what's happening with the song. And I found another complementary layer. It sounds pretty cool layered on top of everything else. I have another song kind of similar where it's the same idea where there's like a fairly simple riff, but then the whole song is built on like layers that are complementary rhythms or harmonies to this one riff, and all it is just building up those complements, you know. And I guess this is kind of taking the same turn. The main thing is I think I ended the stream last time just saying like this is like a cool starting place, but as far as a full song goes, you know, with a you know, like an intro, if we go for like a standard pop instruction, then it would be, you know, there'd be an intro, a verse, chorus. Yeah, I don't know how to take this cool little riff and make it into a full song with an intro, verse, chorus. If I go with my normal, typical song structure, typically I unintentionally seem to avoid the pop structure quite a lot, the mainstream structure. It's not because I'm trying to be some sort of outside artist doing something edgy or cool or weird. It's just that I don't know how to write good pop structures. So yeah, if we were to build it like how I normally do things, I usually have typically a long intro, a long exciting intro. that leads into a verse, that leads into the chorus, that leads into a verse, that leads into a solo section where there's high energy section, and then back into the chorus, which is pretty close to a pop structure, but it's kind of it's typically longer than your typical pop structure, and kind of missing the same kind of flow. Like, I don't know, it almost seems like there's the verse section and the chorus section, and they almost seem fairly separate ideas from each other rather than a connected, cohesive kind of idea that you would find in like a pop structure. So anyways, so yeah, so let's just play what I practice this part some more before I hit record, and you can hear what I'm talking about. So let's just get started. I fucked it up. Fucked it up hardcore. Right, so you can kind of get an idea what I'm going at, so... So what I really like, which I didn't just do right there, is these little gliss notes. I love those. I throw them into my music whenever I can too. It's got a nice jazzy feel to it. It always makes, you can make anything go from standard to jazzy just by throwing a little bit of that in there. Which is why I like this. So it's kind of like it's subversion to what's going on, because that first two notes, the dun dun, it's yeah, so it's going up 1.5 steps. So this is 1.5 steps. It's going up 3 steps. I think that's actually what the correct musical term is. Whatever. 3 steps. No, because this is a half step. I don't fucking remember the musical terms. Doesn't matter. Point is it's going up like this. 3 notes, right? And so if I were to do the same down here, as I've transposed it to harmony, so the harmony, what you want to hear is something similar, where it's going to be 1, 3, right? 1, 1, 2, 3, right? That's what you want to hear. But it becomes jazzy because I subvert that idea by going here, throwing this as the gliss note and actually making the root the primary note here. So it's, oops. And when you layer that on top of here, oops, I'm not a skilled pianist to be able to play it at the same time. So there, you can kind of hear some dissonance between it. Because they're not exactly complementary, but it's not like heavy dissonance, especially because it's not the same instrument playing these two notes. It's different instruments, so their natural harmonics are not going to disrupt each other quite as much. So it makes this somewhat dissonant chord into something more interesting and jazzy, so I like it. Except I can't seem to play. Right? So that's how it goes. That's how it goes, and now it's just a matter of actually playing that and recording it. Gross. Appears to be something floating in my tea. Don't even know what that is. Is it hair? This is disgusting. BRB. Listen to the music. Did I ever turn on my microphone? Am I talking? No, I'm talking. All right, just making sure. All right. Switch over to here, and now you just see the screen. Now you can look at this and the music while I fix my tea. Alright. But, yeah, I think I've got this pretty well down pat. So, let's record this section now. Let's arm this. Yep. And give it some time, try to get a feel for the beat before I start recording the notes, and then we're gonna cross our fingers and hope for the best. Take a sip of tea for good luck. I'm not a very good live musician. I've always relied on the computer to fix all my mistakes. Fuck. Why do I keep fucking this up? Oh my god! Alright. I think this one right here was good. My first one was pretty good too, but let's just go here because I'm pretty confident in this one being great. Let's give it a listen. Set loop to crop. And let's take a look at it here. How on the nose are those notes? Looking pretty good, if you ask me. Let's give it a listen without the music. Yeah. Alright, so this first one here is not so great. I can adjust that if I want. It's pretty easy fix, but I just want to kind of hear some of my other takes too, see if I had anything maybe a little bit better. So let's just slide it back here and set the loop to this section. I'm also gonna pull this out so it doesn't pick up that note. Now let's hear this section. Oh, I just realized it pushed. Oh, it should be F1. There we go. Ooh. Sounded like I held a note too long. I was late. Again. Good. It's not that I'm late, it's that this right here. All right. Let's go back to this one and hear how this one sounds. And if none of those three are good, then I'll just adjust one of them. That's simple. No, too fast. Good. Yeah, not so good. Alright, I think I like this one best here. This one. Okay. We just need to make some adjustments. So, I think the first part's okay. Yeah, okay, so here, this one, oops. We want to move this a little bit, that back, move this forward, like there. And this one, that forward. Good, that sounds. Alright, that's good. I don't like the break here. I don't want that all to flow together, so let's fix that. And there's one more adjustment. What was it? Here, this is okay. I'll pull that back a little bit. And this one's these two guys, both of them. Just a little bit too much offbeat for me. Or for me. For me. For me. Pull that back a little bit. Make it a little bit more on beat. Okay, let's see how that sounds all together then. Sounds pretty good to me. There's some dissonance. There's not everything's kind of agreeing, but that's okay. Really, what I kind of hear this as is that this could almost be like either the solo or the chorus. Like this isn't gonna be like a main piece of the song. This is like the cherry on top that you just want to kind of sweeten a section up. So like it might start like this, right? And then, to spice this section up. Right? It's pretty good. So what we need to do, though, is it needs to match some of the mixing that's going on here already. Let's kind of match it to the Xenology. I should really name these because all of these are let's name some of these and figure out what we're gonna, so I can know what I'm fucking doing. So these two are actually layers. Last time I didn't show this, but this, I think this little like lo-fi piano sound, like it's kind of missing a nice sharp attack to kind of cut through the mix. So I layered it with another kind of bellish sound. Kind of fills out the body, gives it a little bit more punch to cut through the mix. So I added that layer. That was off stream. So let's put both of these together in a submix and call this lo-fi keys. Okay. These sound so bad. Okay, anyway, sorry, enough digging around. It's just kind of fun. This is an E-piano. Specifically, it calls it a hip-hop EP. Let's do EP like that. Hip-hop EP. This one's a koto. And this is our fat-ass bass. Let's call it a fat-ass bass. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's kind of mimic some of this lo-fi sound down here. So what did I do? Did I put a cassette on there? I sure did. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good setup here. Cassette M equalizer, good enough for the sound. I definitely want cassette, because that seems to be the tone of this whole song. It's lo-fi, so you want to make it sound like it's on tape. I think it needs a delay and some reverb too. Make it sound distant and give it some more lo-fi sound. Right, warm keys. That sounds pretty good. Really kind of need my headphones. Sounds like it's very subtly adding to the tone. Let's put it on a home cassette. That definitely changed it up a lot. Also made it a lot louder. I should have a preset now to fix this faster. Yeah. Do you remember the... Good. Kind of want some more wow on it. Maybe a wow and flutter. Let's see if we can't adjust that. Really want to hear it be quite unstable. Just bump the stability. Which way? Is this adding stability, like 100% unstable, or is it 100% stable? I'm confused by this knob. Wow, depth. Ah, there we go. So this is 100% stable. This is... Alright. Okay, there. Good. That gets it more in line with the kind of sound I'm looking for. Alright, let's go back to the EQ here. Saturation in there, and then bump up the output. Then we want to gain stage it a little bit because it's quite loud, so let's throw utility in here. There. I'm gonna throw in delay. Let's do a ducking tape. Ping pong. Notes. I don't want eighths, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Then next, let's throw on some reverb. That already sounds pretty good right there, but I think I want to go... I'd like to use the same room as all the other ones, so what reverb did I use? That's equalizer. I didn't throw a reverb on any of these? What? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It's definitely not going to be my bass. I threw it on my drums, I remember, because I wanted to give it some lo-fi sound, but a percussion plate, so it's probably not good for this. I kind of like just this large hall as it is by default, but I really like the... Let's see what this does. Yeah, I don't know, it sounds too whimsical. Sizzly drum room? I don't know, I kind of like the large hall just to start off with. How's ballroom sound? No. We throw a little pre-delay on there. There we go. Now that that's all done, we should save. Who's we? Why am I saying we? And now that we've saved, saying we, why am I? It's we. Now that I've saved, let's A-B it. So here's A, or I guess this would be B. I don't know. A. B. A. B. A. Let's remove the equalizer, just to check. Equalizer. No equalizer. Equalizer. Yeah, I like it. Now let's see how it sounds in context. Oops. That's not my keyboard. Yeah, man, I feel it. I feel it. So, that's pretty cool, I guess. But that's actually, when I came up with that part, it wasn't intended to be a complemental part to the other things. Like, if let's just solo these instruments, like these melody instruments, and just listen to how the parts interact with each other. So there's two things that I kind of don't like about this little part that I just added. I'm going to keep it. I'm not saying it's bad for the song, but just hear me out on this, okay? It's going to stay in the song, but like I said, it's just kind of the cherry on top of everything. Like, it's not going to be a main part of the song. Meanwhile, the lo-fi keys and the koto probably will stay consistent throughout the song. This part will maybe interject once in the song, or maybe twice, but will not be something that's like consistent throughout the song. But here's the part that I don't like, is that the koto is interesting because it only goes up in quarter notes, I believe. Yeah, it's just quarter notes. The koto goes up this rhythm in quarter notes, which leaves gaps in its melody for the lo-fi keys that kind of cut through with a eighth note rhythm. Here, you can see. Doo-doo-doo. So it's like... Oops. Like that. I'm an octave too high. I think I'm 2 octaves too high, actually. Like that. Something like that. I don't remember exactly how it goes. But yeah, something like that. So it has this part while the koto is... So it has these quarter notes. Right? So I think you get what I'm saying now. So the complement is that one is quarter notes, while the other one is eighth notes. So it kind of cuts through. Like it's kind of like an exchange. And it's balanced. As all things should be. Then comes in our hip-hop EP here. And it's also doing mostly quarter notes. Its interest comes from the harmonizing fact and not really the rhythmic complement. I don't know what you'd call it. So, but it too is doing a quarter note rhythm. So see, if we look at this part here, it's quarter note, technically quarter note, quarter note, quarter note. Although, quite a bit offbeat. Let's fix that real fast. Okay, so, yeah. So, that's one thing, number one, is that now it's put an imbalance with a stronger focus on the quarter notes instead of a balance, a comfortable balance between the eighth note melody and the quarter note melody, which, because they're in balance, makes them combine comfortably and create one super melody, if that makes sense. But now that we throw in this EP into it that's also a quarter note, now there's two quarter note things, and now it's too much. And now it's heavier with the quarter note melody, and so now the melody sounds like it's mostly focused on the quarter notes, and the eighth note rhythm is kind of just an afterthought, just background kind of element. So you can see how that I kind of ruins the balance of the song. I like the idea, and like I said, I'm going to keep it because it'll probably just be thrown in once or twice in the song. But as a whole, I don't think it actually adds much to the song if it's a main element of it. In fact, I think it detracts if it were to be a main element. The second thing I don't like about it is that it kind of feels like it should be a solo because of the harmonizing fact and the way that it kind of stands out, being an octave higher than everything else. But it doesn't really have like solo energy. And this is what I was trying to do. Excuse me. Well, I was trying to write a solo, something that's a little bit more energetic with yeah, with more energy, with more moving notes, and it doesn't care about complementing melodies or anything because it's about being loud and in front. This part that I've written is in front, but it's not really loud, if that makes sense. So yeah, I want to try to write a nice melody. Here's the reason why that happened, though. Now that I was just doodling just a moment ago, I fucking hate this fucking keyboard and its velocity sensitivity. If you don't know what velocity is, basically it's how hard you hit the note. So if you hit it like this, then it's barely heard, but the harder you hit it, the louder the note is. Right? I hate this fucking thing's velocity sensitivity because do you hear how hard it jumps? Like, it's mostly too quiet for me. I don't know if I'm used to just playing on like a real piano. I used to, when I was living with my dad, I used to use his real grand piano, and I would sketch my songs out on the piano. And the thing is even when you hit notes quietly, they're not, like, you can still hear them, you know? Like, I would call this, what I'm doing now, a moderate weight to my fingers. This is not quiet playing. It doesn't feel like quiet playing to me. It feels moderate. Mezzo forte, as it would be called. And this doesn't sound mezzo forte. This is quite quiet. And I feel like I'm giving the same amount of weight to each finger, but as you can tell, occasionally it like spikes really loud. And that means this keyboard thinks I'm hitting it much harder. So its velocity sensitivity is, I guess I have to do it at an angle here since you're looking down. So it's like an exponential curve where like here it's going to be really quiet, but then suddenly there's this curve that suddenly spikes upward. And if I just a little bit over here suddenly sounds much louder than down here. And there's no easy way to adjust it. There is, I think if I hold prog select, maybe, or is it program change? Might be program change. Okay, program change. I don't fucking remember how to do it. Maybe it's both? I don't know, it doesn't matter. There's a way on this keyboard, which I appreciate, to adjust velocity sensitivity manually. But it doesn't say what the velocities you're controlling. There are 4 different velocities you control. I don't know which ones are which. I know some of them are for the pads here, but I don't know which one's for the key bed. So, and there's not a lot of information. It's not in the manual. So, anyways, this was a long rant to fucking say it's tough to play a solo on this because I just want to glide across the notes, which means I'm hitting the notes at a moderate finger weight, and moderate finger weight to this keyboard is more like pianissimo. I'm not playing pianissimo. I am playing with a moderate finger weight. I want mezzo forte at least. Anyway, sorry. That's a long rant. I'm done with that. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm not good enough to play a solo. It almost sounded like pirates. I had this pretty cool, I know I'm just kind of dicking around right now, but before I streamed, there was something, I can't remember what it was. It was like this, that I had just kind of doodled out, and it was kind of cool sounding. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's I feel like let's just see what we can do about making this into a song. So I think maybe just starting off with the drums and the bass. Let's see how that sounds. Right, I don't know about the bass, but I think starting off with the drums is a good idea. The drums are very particular, like they're a very driving force of this song. So let's just get those in first. And I feel like I want to hear some... Oh. I didn't realize playing the bass. But I want to hear some, like, nice down-tempo chords right there. Maybe, like, throw in some, I don't know, either, like, tape noise or vinyl noise or even possibly rain or something. Just some noise of some sort. Whoa, hey! Hey, Greg, you're here. Yeah, actually, I started streaming because of you. I hadn't streamed in a long time, and then after watching you stream, I was like, man, I kind of want to stream and do some music. So, yeah. I'm streaming to no one right now. I guess you, I'm now, but... I've been practicing. I got this MIDI keyboard recently. I've been using that. I've always used my mouse to click in all the notes, so this is kind of a new experience for me. For as long as I've been doing music, I've just used my mouse to click in every note. So, yeah, well, since you're here, I can show you what I've got. I did this, I started streaming was it this week? I don't fucking know when. I don't know when I started, but in the last stream I built up all of this right here. Just making some lo-fi beats. Yeah, so, yeah, I put that together, and now I'm just, it's kind of like it's a cool beat, but I don't know how to make it into, like, a full song, is the thing. Like, that's pretty fucking cool loop, but that's all it is, it's just a cool loop. So, it's kind of like trying to figure out, what do I want to do with it? So, I kind of built out this E-piano thing. I was kind of feeling like it's got this hip-hop kind of vibe to it, so, classic, like, old school hip hop, the kind of stuff that I really like. Had E-pianos and stuff like that, and it's got this nice jazzy vibe to it. So I thought a E-piano would sound pretty nice here. But at this point, I'm just throwing more shit on top of each other. I'm not really building a song. This is what tends to happen with songs I get stuck on. I wind up just adding more and more and more shit to it rather than trying to figure out how to make it into a song. So, at this point now, I don't know. I was ranting to this room by myself about how much I'm not happy about this MIDI controller. I don't know if you've used Akai's stuff before. That's what this MIDI controller is. You probably see it better there. I've been annoyed with Akai. The fact that, this was I got it on Amazon for like 9,000 yen, which is it's a pretty good price. But still, I spent 9,000 yen on this little controller, and you can't even remap the keys without like signing up for their website. I know it sounds so fucking entitled, but seriously, I hate having to sign up for websites. Like, I just wanted to reprogram these pads here. And to reprogram it, I have to sign up to their website to download their stupid, like, control center software or whatever the fuck it is, just so I can download the software to remap the controller. It's so irritating. Like, this is a function that should be built into the hardware itself. Like, I don't know, like, hold down prog select and, I don't know, tap a pad or something. I don't know, but there should be some sort of way to remap shit. No, you can't. I mean, there's some VST instruments that let you do it, but not all of them. Not all of them let you remap where keys are. So my Koto contact library here is one of the ones that you can't remap the keys. So this Koto library is really fucking cool. And I don't have that within my DAW. Like, I can't just tell it to remap MIDI controls. So like this Koto is really cool because there's different playing styles. So you have, right now, it's thumb, so the thumb of the koto. But you also have index, middle finger, pizzicato, double picking, tsukiro, there's a bunch. And sukuizume, tremolo. So, you all this red section of the keyboard down here in contact, these are all the different articulations for the koto, and I thought it'd be nice to be able to play and switch on the fly. But these pads were not mapped to these keys, and I cannot remap them within Contact. So I needed to download the stupid software from Akai, which involved first having to sign up to their website to register my hardware, and then to download their third-party software like Control Center or whatever. It's basically DRM. It pisses me off. I don't want it. I don't want more stupid software on my computer. Just to download that software so I could download the software to remap my controller. It's so annoying. Why do I need to download so much shit to use the thing that I fucking bought? God. Anyway, sorry. The music industry pisses me off sometimes, or the plugin industry, I guess. And I guess hardware goes alongside it too. It's kind of crazy the amounts of prices they ask and the amount of DRM they put into shit. Yeah, I know about Reaper. I use the Raya plugs. I used to use Raya plugs a lot. Yeah, I don't have all of them installed now. This is my new computer, and I think I lightened my plugin load just because I had a bunch of shit that I didn't use anymore. But yeah, I have Raya plugs. Some of the stuff that I use. I've started relying more on the Melda stuff. I've been using Melda stuff for a long time now, but I don't know why. I just kind of avoided their equalizer. But I started using it recently, and I realized it feels more effective. Like, the Ray EQ always felt like it's very transparent, which I guess is good. It's good sometimes. But it really felt like to make substantial changes to the audio, I really had to like really crank down or crank up the gain to really like hear those changes. But with the MEQ, like even just a 1 decibel bump, like it's a night and day difference. Like it has so much more control. So yeah, I know about Reaper. There was a time long ago. You know, I think I told you I used to attend KVR Audio a lot. And during that time, I I talked to I used the forums a lot, and there's a lot of like old crooners there who would be who would talk about music back in my day. Back in my day, we didn't have all these VSTs, you see? Back in my day, you had to get a Moog if you wanted to sound good and professional. You needed a whole room filled with analog synthesizers. Kids these days and their VSTs. So, they're always complain about fucking dumb shit and talk about, the analog days. And one of the things they always would joke about is actually Mixcraft here. Mixcraft is my DAW. It's not a big name in the DAW world. They joke about it being a toy. I mean, I agree. Its functionality is fairly limited in what it can do. It's like just in version 8 here, which I think was released in 2018. They finally implemented sidechaining. Which is like sidechaining was, like the big popular thing back in 2010. So it took them just 8 years or so to finally implement sidechaining into their fucking software. But even still, with its limited functionality, I've used Mixcraft since version 4 when I was in high school, and I've just grown up with this software that I tried learning a bunch of different DAWs. I tried Cubase. I don't think I tried Ableton. I might have tried Ableton. I don't remember. I definitely tried Cubase, and I tried Studio One, Persona Studio One. And I maybe I'm just like these old crooners. I just like these old crooners where it's just like, well, back in Mixcraft, I know how to do this shit, but in whatever DAW I'm using, I don't know how to do it, and I just feel frustrated because it's so easy to do in Mixcraft. I know how to do it. You just click here, and then you do this, and then it's done. But in this DAW, I don't know how to do it. One of the biggest things that I really love that I have not seen other DAWs really take advantage of, which is crazy to me, is Mixcraft's repeatable loops, which seems like such a basic functionality. At least back when I tried all these other DAWs, this was not common. So with Mixcraft, you can just click and drag and just repeat the loop infinitely, right? Or you can just click the plus button here too, which works as well. And I use that function a lot. It's such a basic function that I didn't even think about. It's so basic, I didn't even think about it as being something special. I just took it for granted until I tried other DAWs, and if I wanted to repeat a loop, I have to copy and paste it, which is it feels so clunky when I know in Mixcraft I can just click and drag. I have hotkeys set up for different scenes, and apparently I've just been. There we go. Now it's on my keyboard. Yeah. So yeah, I've just been. I can give Reaper a try, but I don't know. It's just that was several years ago when I was trying a bunch of different DAWs because I was trying to live up to the expectations of the old crooners on KVR forums, trying to show them I don't use toys. I use the professional software like Studio One or Cubase. And I tried learning and then gave up because I just got frustrated. Yeah. Actually, I kind of stopped using KVR a lot too because I really got kind of sick of the attitude there. Looking back on it, I think a lot of it was just in my head too because I was kind of a dumb teenager at the time. So I think a lot of it was in my head, but it always felt like, all of the users there would just compliment any sort of VST that came out that sounded like an analog synthesizer from the days gone by, and then they would just have vitriol towards anything that had like a modern sound. Like, they absolutely hated Massive, and it turned me off from Massive for such a long time, even though Massive is such like it was an industry changing fucking synthesizer. And it's funny, if you go to the KVR forums now, if you go to just the plugins, not the forums itself, if you go to the plugin section and like sort by popular synthesizers, Massive is up there at the top, you know, because it was like such a revolutionary synthesizer. So, but it's just funny to think about that. I feel like back when I was using KVR, they all like, oh, Massive is just about dubstep. So yeah. Anyways, I can talk about music all day, which is, it's nice to have you here. I'd probably not do any more music for the rest of the stream and just talk to you, because I always just want to talk about my music. I don't get to talk about music or anything like that regularly. I don't really have music friends or anything like that. I mostly just keep to myself. So, yeah. Having a chance to just talk shop is pretty cool. And I just realized that there's supposed to be a chat box on my stream, like a chat overlay on the stream, and it's not showing up at all. I don't know why. Do I need... Oh, there it is. It is showing up. Is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, I used to be a metalhead. The thing is, it's like, now, you know, I've become so stingy with music. I feel bad. You know, I used to be a metalhead when I was like a teenager, an angsty teenager, and I grew up with a lot of metal and grew up with a lot of dance as well, house, like the 90s Euro dance kind of stuff. So it makes sense, the type of music that I have you sing. It's the bastard child of fucking 90s Euro dance and heavy metal. So you found the inspiration of my music. Yeah, I thought so. It always is. Let's adjust the gate. Oh, thanks. Oh, now I'm clipping horribly. Oh god. What have I done? Alright, that should be it. I don't know. See, that's the problem when you stream to an empty room. You never know if you're fucking up the audio. No one's there to tell you that you're doing a bad job. Anyways, so but as I was saying about music, like in recent years, I don't know, I've like, I'll pretty much listen to anything, but I'm very picky about it. Like, it's gotta be really good. I don't care what the genre is, but it's really gotta resonate with me, which has kind of resulted in me just kind of listening to a wide variety of genres, but a very few number of bands. I think pretty much my go-to is Combi Christ, which I've linked their music to you before as examples. I listen to them a lot. And who else is to go to? Massive Attack, which they haven't done anything new in over 10 years. I think they had a single release like in 2016 or something, but it wasn't a full album, and so I never got it. So they haven't done a full album since like 2010, so I don't even know if they're around anymore. But Massive Attack has been a favorite of mine for a long time. Iron and Wine as well. Oh, hey, you're here. I don't know if you saw my message last time on your last stream. I stopped by just for a second, just to say good luck, I guess. But I told you that if you're taking song requests, and you gotta learn Upwards Over the Mountain. I think it's a fairly simple song to play. It's the lyrics that kind of tie the whole thing together. So you gotta learn how to play Upwards Over the Mountain, because I'm gonna request that song. Oh, I sent it. Let's see. Wait. Where's Twitch? I'm gonna prove it. All right. Here we are. We're at your Twitch. And yep. Look right there at the top of the chat. No, I mean, I'm right here on YouTube. Just pull it up for you. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. My chat over here doesn't want to stay at the bottom. Yeah, man. I made a reference to Iron and Wine in one of the songs that you sang too. I've actually made a reference to Combi Christ, Iron and Wine, and Massive Attack, all bands that I've just talked to you about in the lyrics. Yeah. Iron and Wine's early stuff. Yeah, it's all kind of sounds the same, but Upwards Over the Mountain is definitely one of their best songs from, or I guess it's just a guy at this point on that album. I think it's just one guy. Upwards Over the Mountain is the only song from the early stuff that's actually good, because everything else kind of just sounds the same. That very lo-fi tone, and it's fairly simple strumming on the guitar. But some of the later stuff is really good. There's 2 albums that actually have a full band and not just, a guitar. Alright, I forgot. My music library is all fucked up. I don't remember what the album's called. Where's Iron and Wine? Iron and Wine here. Yeah, Kiss Each Other Clean and The Shepherd's Dog. These two. If you have a chance, just for listening purposes, I love both of these albums, particularly Shepherd's Dog, A Boy with a Coin. I almost thought about requesting A Boy with a Coin for you to play, but it's maybe a little bit more challenging to learn. So yeah, Iron and Wine, Massive Attack, Combi Christ. Those are like my 3 favorites. Oh, and Cinematic Orchestra. Those are kind of like bands that I can pretty much put on at any time and listen to. But anything else, I might listen to it for a while, but I kind of get over it pretty quick. I've been looking for new music too. I'm so bored when I go on walks or anything, or riding the train, and it's like I don't have any music to listen to now. So if you have recommendations, feel free to put them out there. Any genre, any type of music, as long as it's good. Metal, jazz, hip-hop, I don't care. Alright, I actually, for the record, I like your stuff too, being completely genuine. When I first messaged you on Fiverr, you had it's just whatever where are you? You're always right here in the front because I order from you all the time. Oh, is it not here anymore? Did you take it down? Oh, maybe you took it down. I guess it's not there anymore. You had a song where you sang like it was in the snow. You were singing in the snow. It was a really nice song. And then you also shared, I think it was one of the covers that you did, because I think you played the song during this stream here. Geo had requested it. I don't remember the name of the song though. But your cover of it was really good. I actually started sharing it with some of your music with some of my friends. Oh, you didn't touch anything? Where did I see that video? Because it's not here on your Fiverr. Unless...
Hi.
Oh! The thumbnail is wrong. Yeah, this one. Here.
I'm Greg. And I'm going to be your lead singer. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose and when...
Was it this one? I feel like it wasn't this one. I feel like the video was in color. I don't remember though. That was, a while ago when I first was looking through Fiverr artists. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is that I liked the song a lot. And you also shared, you had Mother that you'd sent me previously to introduce me to your girl singer, your female singer's work. Oh, I can. Yeah, you're gonna hear yourself sing. Look, I got Believe right here. If you want to hear our first work together. Oh, you're not seeing my computer screen. It would help if I switch over to my computer screen. I was looking at your Fiverr page here. So. But yeah. And I also have Believe right here, just open. I recently, because I told you I got this new computer, and I had been switching all my plugins and stuff and installing everything onto this computer, and I finally got everything installed. And actually, I don't normally update my plugins. So with the new installation on Windows 10, I updated all my plugins and decided, oh, I have more control. I've also learned new techniques. Like I said, I've started using M equalizer a lot more now. And so I actually wanted to, especially with mixing our last song, Bless. I've learned a lot about how to mix your vocal range, and especially make some of the growling and stuff sound more intense and kind of full and intense. And so I wanted to go back to Believe and kind of remaster it with some of those new techniques. So that's what I did. That's why I have Believe open right here, and it's been freshened up. It still needs a little bit more work, actually. I think the hi-hats and stuff are a little bit too loud, but yeah, the vocal mixing, I think, sounds very similar to Bless, the song that you just did. Lots of reverb, lots of delay, and lots of distortion. But yeah, skip forward. Yeah, it might still need a little bit more work, but it's much better. When I first mixed your voice, I kind of mostly went for a clean sound. The clean sound worked well for Spirit. Just to remind you, Spirit was this one. The clean sound worked really well for Spirit, and I'm just going to leave Spirit as it is. I don't think it needs any more changing. But for Believe and Bless, all these intense songs, they kind of need the clean vocals. I don't think work so well for it. So yeah, I remixed the Believe to make it kind of fall more in line with Bless. Since it's going to be a whole album, I kind of want to make sure that everything is consistent. For the record, this is like my first time to ever do this kind of thing. I did an album before. So here's my Bandcamp. So for a long time, I just did singles, right? So like here, this is just one song, a remix, and then instrumentals, right? And that was the case here, 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 and here. Granted, these songs, I feel like had a lot of work behind them. I'd spend a long time on each one of these songs, but that's all it was just one song. Then I did Puzzle here, which is a full album, but its scale is entirely different than what we're doing now. This is almost kind of more like a DJ set list where the whole thing's at 165 BPM. Each song just flows right into each other. And I think I did this whole album in the span of about maybe 3 months. It almost kind of felt more like it was one really long song rather than an album. In fact, actually, the whole album was just a single project file. That, as soon as one song ended, I would just continue making the next song in the same project file. And this was the first album that I ever did for all of my years of doing music. Here, this is like, I used to go by Mr. Flight, and here's a bunch of the songs that I had released under that alias. But then I switched over to the Nephilim novel, and, that's the singles. And now, there's Puzzle, which was the first, full album that I did. And, like I said, it was just basically one long song. Now we're here with what you and I are working on. And I know it's only 5 songs, which in the realm of music is more of an EP, but to me, I mean, we've been working on this for. I started working on Believe at the end of 2019, so it's been a year. So this whole album has been a much bigger scale than anything I've done in the past, and it's cool. It feels like it's a dream come true. Like I never imagined this, like, ever reaching this. I've tried doing albums in the past before. There's a bunch of unreleased songs that I have because I had tried to do albums, but it's tough, man. It's tough to stay focused. It's tough to get the talent as well, because I'm not a singer. And if I want the project to stand out, I need a singer. There was a project that I had collaborated with another artist. Oh, I hope you heard everything. I've been talking a lot. Okay. There was a project a long time ago I had collaborated with another artist. It was actually when I decided to change my alias from the Mr. Flight alias over to the Nephilim novel. And we tried doing, it was going to be a 7-track album. Here it is. I think I only got 4.5 songs through it, though. And then it kind of fell through. The singer and songwriter, he was helping me write some of the songs, too. Not just singing. He just kind of disappeared. To be fair, he wasn't getting paid, so I don't blame him. So yeah. So that project fell through, and then later on I tried writing another album here, Hikikomori, and it also, the scale of it was too much. Although you might, I don't know how familiar you are with the song that I just sent you. I've repurposed this old album here. Some of the songs, I've taken the tracks and completely redone them. For example, this one here. Let's see if you recognize it. Probably this one. This is going to sound like nothing to you, but if I fast forward here. I hope that bass riff sounds familiar. I don't know how much you've been listening to the new song that I had sent you, but it is actually this song here from my old album that I was trying to do back in 2015. And yeah, I took that riff from this song that never got released. Obviously, the song is now, the one that I sent you, is entirely different. But I decided to repurpose that riff because I liked it. And Bless as well. Bless I also took from another track on this album as well. I could never mix this song properly. This song also sounds completely different. The guitar is the bass line. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have all these old project files here. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with recycling. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know really what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm just excited to talk about music. I'm excited to talk about it. I can tell you all this shit because it means something to you. When I talk to other friends about music, their eyes just kind of glaze over. They're like, sure. Whatever you say, buddy. So, I mean, I have my whole junkyard here of just like old songs that never got finished. And I go through there once in a while just to see what I can use for inspiration. But yeah, this whole album that I've been working on, man, it's nothing like I've done before, and it feels so good. Every time I get singing back, I'm just fucking smiling with the stupid fucking grin on my face. It's a dream come true, man, and you're making it happen. It's all thanks to you. I also want to show you this. Look, I know it's not necessarily your project, but you've been a big part of this, and I've been excited to share this with you, even though it's like I said, it's not your project. But I contacted someone else here on Fiverr. I wanted to. You can see here my album covers, and they're fine. They're totally passable. But I use a software. Like, these images are computer generated. It's just an algorithm that generates the images, and then I use some Photoshop to kind of touch it up, give some layers and stuff to it. But it's mostly generated by computer software without much thought. But I wanted to make this album stand out, so I want to show you this. Is it here? Where is it? It's not finished yet, but ooh, man, look at that. Look at that, man. God, it's so fucking brutal. I fucking from Spirit. Where's Spirit? Let's bring up Spirit. Spirit. The lyrics here. In one of the verses here. And this machine choking its mother, consuming its children, it will reign domain. This line right here, I don't know what it is. Just really, like, the image of it is just so strong. So I wanted that to be the album cover. So see here, you have the machine, and then consuming its children here, and choking its mother here. So, yeah, man, I can't wait for him to finish this. This was obviously just a sketch. Right now he's working on final details and stuff. But yeah, man, it's fucking brutal, dude. So yeah, it's just like all this stuff is just kind of coming together, and it's just I gotta keep saying it, man. It feels like a dream coming true. It almost feels too good to be true. Like I'm just waiting for, like, I don't know, like a hard drive to fail or something. I'm just waiting for, like, I don't know. It just feels yeah, man. All this stuff just coming together so well. Like, I haven't even thought about, like, promotion or anything. I don't know. I don't really care about the audience or anything. I mean, I hope there's people who listen to it, because, like I said, this is nothing like I've ever done, and it would be nice if the amount of money that I've dumped into this project actually gets some sort of a return on it. But even still, even if I get my typical, listens, I think I would still be okay with it, because just the fact that I released the album, feels good. Yeah, I have a backup. After, the earthquake in Tokyo, I'm just, like, worried. Like, I don't have enough online storage. I'd have to pay for online storage, and I probably can't. The album itself is like 20 gigabytes so far with all its resources and stuff. So I can't really put it on, like, Google Drive or anything like that. I have an external hard drive as well as a flash drive that I back up my stuff to occasionally. But after the earthquake in Tokyo, I keep having this nightmare of, like, a big-ass earthquake happening here, which collapses my building. No, I'm not worried about myself dying in that. What I'm worried about is the building collapses and crushes my hard drive. Like, I don't have any off-site storage. I I don't know, I need to ask like a friend or someone, like, hold on to this for your dear life. I mean, sure, if you want. You'd have access to all my files. Oh my gosh. I hope you don't steal it. Yeah, I mean, I have like I said, my whole system is brand new. I have lots of space. You know, I have a 4 terabyte hard drive and a 1 terabyte SSD, external hard drive here, and then my system drive. But yeah. If you want to take up a little bit of space. Oh, you actually pay for your Google Drive, huh? See, because yeah, I think the thing is that yeah, you only get. Oh, do you just buy storage, or is it a monthly fee? That's a yearly fee. I could probably pay that. That's not so bad. Yeah, that's probably fine. I think I could probably just the yearly fee for Google is not so bad. It's just like $20 a year, which is it's okay. So I'll probably just go with that rather than taking up your space. Well, it says right here, $19.99 a year. Well, then I guess there might be taxes or something. Plus, there's the conversion rate. What's Backblaze? I've heard that. Linus Tech Tips talks about it. What's Backblaze? The easy, affordable, trusted storage cloud. Grow your business with easy-to-use object storage that doesn't break your budget. Oh, okay. Well, then maybe that's an option. No, maybe personal backup. Let's see, backup your Mac PC. Oh, it's like a system backup? Okay, yeah, I'll look into that. I'll look into both. Because, yeah, it would suck if, you know, an earthquake happens and just fucking destroys my apartment building along with my hard drives. And this thing that feels too good to be true was too good to be true, and everything gets lost. Oh, that would be heartbreaking. Yeah, I guess you probably have a lot of stuff to keep up with. Whoa, thanks, Restream. Cool. I got 100 messages today in my Restream chat. Thanks, Restream. You're cool. It's kind of just reminding me of how lonely my streams are. Yeah, the thing is also all of the people who watch my streams are either from Europe or America, so streaming at like 8 o'clock is like the worst time, especially on a weekday. But anyways, yeah. I'll look into those options after I'm done here. Excuse me. So. Anyways, I didn't really have any plans tonight. As of right now, I think I might have told you this. I don't know. I don't know who all I've told. I was working as an ALT. You've lived in Japan, so you probably know what an ALT is. I was working as an ALT at the public schools, but I worked in a small city, and so their budget couldn't really afford the ALT for a full school year. So my contract ended early. So actually, at this time, I'm not working. So I got all night to sit here and stream and talk music. Yeah, I mean, I can get back to this if you want to. If you want to hear whatever I can cook up with for this, I don't know what to do. I like the drums. I think I want to start off with the drums here. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Something I don't think I've told you is, so I hate to fall into the stereotype of every white foreigner, or not just white, but any foreigner who pretty much lives in this country. I hate to fall into that stereotype, but yeah, I actually like teaching a lot. I've learned, I read a lot on teaching. This my two passions are music and teaching. But not teaching music. I absolutely hate the international schools here in Japan. I don't know what it's like in Hokkaido, but here in Kansai, the international schools, and I'm gonna put those in a big quotation marks. International schools, they're a big scam. Is what they are. And there are a few legitimate international schools here. There's like the YMCA, which has international recognition, and I think there's like Osaka International School, which has international recognition. So there's a couple of legitimate international schools in Kansai, but most of the international schools are privately owned scams. And I worked at them. Those were my first jobs here in Japan, and I absolutely hated them, which is why I switched to being an ALT. But I really like teaching, and so because I hated these private schools, I actually started a school here in just my own house. So I actually teach the kids in my local area. I live in like a little country town halfway between Kyoto and Osaka. And so like the English options here are not many. So just out of my own house, I have a pretty big apartment, and it's perfect because the entryway like splits the apartment into two halves. So there's a bedroom on one side of the entryway and then my living space on the other side. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can go into it, and I will go into it in just a minute. So because I mean my whole apartment's set up perfectly, so I just like to use the left side of my apartment as a classroom. It's set up with a whiteboard. I have chairs for the parents. I have a table in there for the kids, and I teach lessons. I have about 15 parents or so that are signed up with lessons for me. I mean they only take hour lessons and usually only come once a week. But it pays some of my bills. It's kind of like my Fiverr gig, I guess you could say. And also because it's a business, I actually got a really hefty subsidy from the government because of the coronavirus that it's going to carry me through the next few months while I wait for my ALT contract to start up again. So it's also why I can pay you and this artist can pay you for your singing and pay the artist for the album art. Which that artist, he's damn well gonna do a good job because he sent me over budget. His Fiverr thing, like even his premium package, the premium package was already a little bit outside of my budget, but I really liked his art. And then when I told him the idea, he's like, yeah, your idea is too complicated. I'm gonna have to charge you more. And I was like, fuck, man. So I paid a lot for that art, so I hope he fucking does a good job. But yeah, so don't worry about my finances. I'm pretty happy with my school that I'm running on the side as well. But yeah, the international schools. Like I said, I want to talk about that. So yeah, a lot of them are just fucking just terrible scams. It's not just the price, but their target audience is not even you. Their main demographic is not foreigners. Their main demographic is Japanese parents that want their kids to learn English. And the reason I bring that up is because of the cultural difference. Hang on just a second. Taking my blanket off. Yeah. So I thought I switched to full screen. Switch. Okay. So I read this book. As you can tell, it's managing international schools here. And it talks a lot. It talks a lot about international schools and it talks about cultural and all that stuff. I'm not going to go too far into it, but basically, yeah, they talk a lot about the importance of managing different cultures, and the problem is working at these international schools, quote unquote international schools, they don't. Yeah, I honestly, in my opinion, I'm part of a Facebook foreigners group, and I see that question come up a lot, and honestly, I think it's the right thing to do as a foreigner is just to send them through the public schools. Send your children through the public schools. I don't have children. I'm single, if you can't tell. But if I had a child, I would probably do the same. Simply because with the international schools, they are private schools for profit. And so they make decisions that affect their bottom line. And sometimes, if their main target is Japanese parents, then they're going to make cultural decisions that will make those parents happy. But sometimes those cultural decisions piss off the foreigners. And I saw this at my other school. There was a family from Hong Kong. And oftentimes, these parents, they always called the Hong Kong parents monster parents because they're always getting angry. But the boss is so... What a fucking bitch. They weren't monster parents. I talked to that parent a lot. And they were frustrated because they felt like they weren't being listened to. When they would make requests to the school about changes or any frustrations they had, the school didn't listen to them. But anytime a Japanese parent would make a request, the school would completely flip upside down and change its whole self for that Japanese parent. So basically, that's all just to say, see, I can talk just as much about education too as I can music. That is all just to say that really... if you send your kid to the public system, they're not by profit motivation. They have terrible resources. They don't have enough funding. The curriculum, I think, in the Japanese schools is poorly implemented. But the staff legitimately care and will do their best, despite not speaking enough English, to try to help you. No matter what your, nationality is. So yeah, anyways. Like I said, these are two things I care a lot about. I care a lot about music,
and I care a lot about education. I would love to just sit here and show you all the books that I've read on education. I had a lot of free time to read because the school that I taught at was very far away, so it was a very long train ride. And so I would read during that train ride and listen to music or sleep. So I read a lot of books about education during that time, and it's something I will talk for hours about. To be fair, I don't really know much about the other curriculums. My problem mostly comes down to the way teachers are taught to teach. So in the book that I showed you, Managing International Schools, there's a section in here that talks about the like layers. Yeah, here we go. I have a tab on it because it's so important. They talk about the different layers, the dimensions of culture. So this is more than just bring back the bass. Sure. So it's more than just like the obvious traditional culture, like the temples and stuff like that. It's the way people think, and the way that teachers teach is this cultural thing where it's called power distance. And so that's the distance between the leader and the follower. Like in Western culture, that distance is fairly short. Like if you think of like the relationship with your boss, usually the boss that you know, your boss will listen to your ideas and there'll be a respect towards each other that almost is like an equal playing field, you could consider. Something like that. That's the power distance. And in Japan, that power distance is much greater. People in Japan expect they expect to be led by someone who knows everything. Like, that's the culture. So the employees typically don't have opinions. They don't want to have opinions because they want the boss to know everything and be the responsible one. And that's the power distance there. And that, if you look at school as like a relationship between like an employee and a boss, which would be the students and the teacher, it's very similar. And actually, I think it's detrimental to the I'm sorry. I'll talk forever about this. Let's get back to the music. It frustrates me a lot. I've talked to other teachers at the school about it. I almost became like an advisor to some of the other teachers there to try to help them improve their relationship with students. Because we had some like students that actually had a lot of neglect at home, and they acted up in class. And so the teachers were so surprised that I was able to get those students to like control themselves and calm down. I mean, they're still rude, but it was night and day difference. As soon as I walked into the classroom, you know, there was an entirely different atmosphere suddenly, right? And so because the teachers saw that I knew how to have that control over the kids, I was almost more, I wasn't even an ALT anymore. I was an advisor for the other teachers. So it kind of goes to show that I know there's culture there, and there are people who say respect culture and all that, but there's a time and a place for everything. And I don't want to say West is best, the Western style is best, but when it comes to education, I think, yeah, sometimes the Western style of education is maybe better for children's learning. Anyways, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'll just talk forever about education. Let's get back to the music. Don't Don't reply to anything I said because you're just going to encourage me to keep going. So, what I wanted to do for the start of the song, I know you wanted the bass, sorry, but I'm going to pull it out. Is I want to start with this, and then I think I kind of want some noise. I don't know if I want vinyl noise or maybe like tape noise or just rain. Let's try rain. I'm really feeling like rain's gonna have a nice mood to it. So do I have any rain samples? I know there's like a MIDI rain loop that I can just use in my DAW, but it sounds kind of bad. So I think I used rain in one of my... Oh, you're not even looking at my computer screen. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Wait. There. Okay. So I think I used here. Rain. Yeah, I think that's gonna have a nice mood to it. Let's throw that in there. I think this sample's 30 minutes long, so it'll take a little bit to load in. And let's just cut to a random spot. That'll probably be fine. For now, we'll just cut that off. It's a little bit too much of the low end. So we'll just kind of pull out. I don't have my headphones on. I'm just kind of tired of wearing headphones. It squeezes on my glasses, and so it kind of makes my head hurt. So I'm not wearing my headphones. So I don't know if this is going to be the best mix, but we're just kind of doing something general. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how much I like that. Thought it might have a nice mood to it. There's too many, like, drops on concrete, if that makes sense. It's not just rain falling, but it's like rain falling onto a concrete surface. You can hear, like, the pitter-patter and splash. Monitors? You mean monitor speakers? I don't have monitor speakers. I have a pair of Elecom speakers. Let's see if the wire is long enough to bring it into frame. It's not. They're PC speakers that I bought for 2,000 yen when I first moved to Japan. Super aggressive high pass. Maybe we can try that. I have a pair of $20 2,000 yen PC speakers, and then actually my recycling center that's nearby, or like the recycling area, I guess you'd say, of my apartment complex. Someone had thrown away some unpowered bookshelf speakers. They're not super great. They're like worth 5,000 yen, but yeah, I combined those two together. I mix both my little 2,000 yen speakers along with the 5,000 yen speakers, and that's my speaker setup. Yeah, that's got a nice mood to it. It kind of feels a little too aggressive. I'm going to pull it back. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think if we throw a little reverb on there. What do we want? Maybe Grandiose Hall. A little bit too much. Huge chamber. Kind of sounds like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something I'll work on later, but for now, it's good. It's kind of giving me like a fry pan feeling. Like, cooking bacon on, on a rainy day or something. It's those pops on the concrete, like the big drops hitting the concrete that sound like oil pop in a pan. So it's like there's the rain, and then there's also frying up some bacon. But I can either try a different rain sample. I think so. Like I said, there's a rain sample that's built into my DAW here, into Mixcraft. It might be okay. I think it doesn't have as many pops, so maybe a more chill kind of rain. Yeah, it's fine. I think it sounds better than what I remember too. Maybe they updated the sample with one of the old versions. I haven't used this sample in a long time, so I don't know. Could have been updated 2 versions ago or something, and I just never realized it. Compressor. Sure, let's try that. Just throw it in there. No, I hear more bacon now. It's not the transients. It's the sound itself. Sounds like oil popping. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bad rain sample. Let's try this new sample that I just dropped on there. That sounds a little bit better. I think I can tolerate that. I don't know if the reverb's necessary, but I'm gonna throw it on there anyways. Alright. No, I'll stick with that for now. The one thing I'm thinking of, it's like, if we want to start off with just this beat, I kind of want some like down-tempo keys. I don't want to use this, although it is a good down-tempo sound. Just because I think I want to keep the keys just going through the whole song. So, but this, it already plays this part here. So, instead, we're gonna do another type of key. This is all just keys. So, make a nice pad. Synth pad strings. Let's see. Let's just start with a shine pad. How does that sound? Ooh, so warm and fuzzy. The attack's too slow though. A sockestra. It is. It's pretty nice. All the pads are gonna have too slow of an attack though, aren't they? Wafting organ. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, it's a wafting organ. I don't know what I expected. 106 strings. That's oddly specific. It's okay. I don't know what I'm looking for. What kind of sound am I looking for? I want something down tempo, but exactly what kind of down tempo sound? Strings? Saws? What do I want? A chorus? Chorus might be cool. Ooh, I like that. That sounds nice and down tempo. Alright, now we need to figure out some chords. So, I think it's an A. This is A minor. This song is in A minor, so I don't know my chords very well. I don't know music theory at all, actually. I don't know the words or how to construct cool chords. I just poke notes until it sounds good. My life as a musician is a joke. People think I'm a competent musician. They don't know I just waste a lot of time just touching buttons. Can we throw in an analog feel to it? Get some wow in there. What are the notes? What are we looking at here? Let's get a little bit more analog feel in there. Too much. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what are we looking at here? We're looking at an A, C, E. That's A, C, and E on the keys. I think the koto uses F. Yeah. All right. So let's just kind of play along here for a little bit, see if I can't figure out something that sounds good. Hate the velocity sensitivity on this. Yeah, I don't know. I guess part of me has kind of always felt insecure about my music theory knowledge because my dad, he's not a producer, but he's been doing music for a long time, and he's studied music theory a lot. And he has the kind of ear that can pull out every single note that he hears, like, almost instantly. And I've always been surprised. Like, I can feed him a song. It could be a metal song, and he'll know every note that's being strummed on the guitar and every note being played on the bass. And it's just crazy how he can pick that out and name the chord. Yes, I have a... I don't know, what would you call it? Father complex? I don't know, always wanting to make my father proud. Feel like I couldn't amount up to his ability as a musician. But I at least know I'm a better producer than him. Do I want that A? I don't know if I want that A there. Let's see. What happens if we bring it up an octave? I don't know about that. What about if we bring it down an octave? No, this is good. Where is that? Let's throw in a flat in there, see what happens. Not so good. I think dissonance is gonna help out here. I don't know, I'm not really getting a good minor feel out of it. Oh, well, your lighting setup's a lot better than mine, or your streaming setup. I'm using a webcam that I've had since 2010 for this, and I have I don't know, a 2000, not even 2000, maybe 1,000 yen LED light over here that I bought off Amazon. This is kind of one of those times, actually, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like clicking in the notes is going to be a little bit easier. So we're going to just start off with how many bars? It's 8 bars. So let's do 8 bars. And it's kind of like a halftime feel. So let's do 4 chords, maybe. So it'll be a 2-bar sustain. And I think I kind of want like some sort of dissonance going on, so kind of a jazzy kind of thing. So like A and G, kind of fighting each other. Because sometimes this song resolves on that G, like with the, where did it go? Here, this resolves on, well, it's C. Okay, so whatever. Who fucking cares? I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever. I forgot this is harmonizing, so it's not actually perfectly on the main melody. And then throw in D, and I think I want to hear something up in the upper registers. So how about D again? I don't know. Let's see how that sounds. Pull this way. Maybe that. All right, that's okay. And then next, it goes over to... Oh, dude, it sustains that A. That A stays through the whole song. That's just how I write all my fucking music. I talked to this musician guy. Like, he's like, he does this kind of stuff professionally. Like, he works on what is it called? Muse Score? I don't is it called Muse Score? It is called Muse Score. I don't do, what is it called? Notation. There's a proper technical term for it. I don't remember what it's called. But I obviously I don't do notation like this. But the guy who helps develop this software, I talked to him. He runs a YouTube channel, and I just asked him to listen to some of my music. And this was some of my older stuff, not any of the stuff that you've helped me with. But it wasn't that long ago. It might have just been maybe 2 or 3 years ago I talked to him. And the one thing he brought up about my music is that all my songs always seem to linger around a single note. Like, it never budges from that note. And I'm doing it here again. Like, it's just all A's. Like, there's always an A present in this song. And that's fine. That's fine for some songs. Like, the music, like some of the, like, dancey kind of metal Eurodance stuff that you help with. Sometimes that's fine because the riffs are fairly simple. But when you're doing something a little bit more musical, it drives me nuts that it's the only thing I know how to do. I just linger on a single chord. But that's how I've written the other parts, so I'm just going to sustain this A through the whole thing, except maybe at the end, mix it up a little bit. Let's just try getting rid of that A. I want dissonance here, so where do we want to go? Do we want to go up or down? I want to go down. So B. Ooh, B is going to be good. There's going to be dissonance there. All right. Throwing an F there, sure. Ooh, no. I don't think so. I think it's that B. It's that B that just... It's no good. Maybe that. Yeah, that's alright. I like how it resolves, but it's a little bit too early to resolve. Maybe if it goes... What do we want? Down again? Yeah, I wanted to go down. Let's bring in these chords here. Set the loop a little bit shorter. think we want it like this. No, we don't. I liked it better like this, but it's fighting. It's fighting with the other keys. It's this up here. I don't want the upper range. Oops. Okay. What is that second note? C. D, C. So... C. Let's have a focus on that C. And... throw in a G. G always complements C very well. In a major way. We don't want major, we want minor. That might be okay. I still want it to go down. I like that chord, but I want it to go down. So, I'll throw in a F there, then it's going to take a half step down. I think it should be a whole step, but let's give it a try anyways. It seems okay. Let's pull this G down to F, see how that feels. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So then down again, I think, which makes sense. It's gonna do the C, D to C, right? No, D to B. Oh shit! Oh, I'm mixing it up. But this has always been one step over the current note, so oh well, then that means it should be at C. Let's throw the B there. Whatever. Let's see what happens. And just for fun. No, that's going to sound bad. And just for fun, we'll put the F there. Alright, let's see how that sounds. Sounded like something funny is going on with that one. I didn't quite hear it. Is it that F? Maybe it's that F. Put that as a D. See what happens. That sounds like that resolves a little bit better. Alright, so now it ends on A. Alright, so we want it to resolve on A minor. It's A minor. I think it's just A, C. Ah, is that A minor? E? Is that A minor? It is ACE. Minor third. So the minor third of an A minor chord is C. The minor third is up 3.5 steps from the root. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is ACE. Well, let's just try resolving with AC, but let's throw E down here. So it kind of has that progression. And A. See how that sounds. I don't know. Sounds very tired, very lazy. Just, you know, kind of doesn't have that, like, I know it's kind of a down-tempo kind of thing, but it just sounds like, just doesn't want to be there. Just rather be someplace else. Throw an F in there, see what happens. It feels tense, you know? It's probably because of the dissonance between the E and the F there. What if we bring that up to F instead? Ah, you know, this chord here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I said the second chord sounds like it resolves really well, and that's because it's in A minor. So let's just copy that. Boy, that's lazy writing. There we go. Just same fucking chord twice. Sure. I don't know. That's okay. I think it's at E. Cat approves. Thanks, Cat. That seems okay. Alright, let's just hear how that sounds, just as I want the intro to be. Just chords, rain, and drums. Nice. Well, I'm glad he likes my chill music here. Oh, you like it? I don't know, man. Like, it works well alongside this, but by itself, it's not giving me the chill vibes. That F sharp's not going to sound good, but I'm going to try it anyways. Yeah, the last chord's good. The progression is good too. Like, it's only a subtle change between this chord here and this chord here, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I guess it's resolving, but not really, because it's a very dissonant chord with the C and the D and E. So it's very uncomfortable chord, actually. Right? Like, I mean, it sounds good, especially going from here to here. It's like the opposite of a resolve. But, this chord, like, it's mysterious. Like, that's the atmosphere it gives me, like a mysterious kind of atmosphere. Not laid back kind of atmosphere. Like, you're kind of wondering, and I think that that sensation of curiosity that it provokes is again from a suspension between the A and the B. So maybe if I shift, let's try that. Yeah, it's pretty late, huh? It's nearly 10 o'clock. I think I'm running low on creative juices here too. I like that a lot better. Yeah. Ugh. How long have I been streaming? Oh, holy shit, nearly 3 hours. It's probably the longest I've ever streamed in years, man. It's nice it's nice having conversation here instead of just talking to an empty room, you know? So, yeah, man. I know you need to crash soon. And like I said, I think I'm running out of creative juices here. So maybe it's a good place to end it. Just kind of throw everything together, kind of hear what I have, and yeah, call it a stream. Yeah, man. Hopefully I can catch your stream sometime soon and I can keep the conversation going whenever you've recovered. Alright. Well, then let's call it a stream here. Good night, Greg. See you on Fiverr or see you in a stream soon. Who knows?